What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pew back with another review. Today I got the Power XL 7-quart air fryer. I'm going to tell you the pros, the cons, and is it a must-have in the kitchen for 2021. Let's get into it. Alright guys, we're gonna hop right into it. The very first thing we're gonna talk about is price. Now these things do range from $60 to $120 plus dollars. Mine in particular is $120, but you can find them cheaper online just depending on which brand, which size, how many quarts it holds. So I'm gonna post some of those in my description below. So I'm gonna talk about some of the key features of this thing. So this thing is a 7-quart. Thing's pretty huge.
That's what she said.
For holding food and stuff. So you're good to go with parties or just singles or whatever you got. You got plenty of room in here to cook however much you need to cook. Another thing this thing has is a 10-set pre-cooking option, which means there's 10 different things you can pick from and choose from to just throw in there and cook if they're raw or frozen. So that's a pretty cool feature on this thing too. This thing is also a 6-in-1 air fryer plus multi-cooker. So what that means is you can do an air fryer basket, you can bake things in here, you can broil things in here, you can roast things in here, you can dehydrate things in here, and you can also reheat food, which is awesome because this thing reheats food amazingly. This thing also says it's dishwasher safe, but let's be real for a second. The majority of the things you see as seen on TV, they say they're dishwasher safe, but they're really not, especially like when you get like a pan in, it says it's dishwasher safe. When you read the instructions, it says don't dishwash, don't put it in the dishwasher or wash only by hand. So they're lying.
You liar!
But it's cool. This thing is pretty easy to keep up with as long as you keep up with it. After every time you use it, just go ahead and pull the parts out, wash them off real quick. They wash really easy. Put them in the drain, let them dry, and then put it all back together and you're good to go. 5 minutes and you're clean. All right guys, we're gonna get into the pro with some of these things. The very first thing I want to talk about is the 10-set pre-cooking option, which is an awesome, so you can just throw whatever you need in there, hit a button, go sit down in a chair and relax. Now again, this thing does reheat food amazingly. If you go and get onion rings from a restaurant and bring them home, French fries, I do like to do Publix wings in here sometimes. It reheats them perfect, as if you just had them brought out from a restaurant. It doesn't taste frozen. It's definitely not microwave. It is super good, and there's nothing that can beat it. Make sure you take advantage of this thing when it comes to reheating food when you go out to a restaurant and eat. Another thing this thing can do, other than just like reheating your leftovers and stuff, is doing cooking frozen foods. Like if you go, I love to do like mozzarella sticks. I'll go to the frozen section and pick up some mozzarella sticks that are frozen. You throw them in the air fryer and they come out as if they come out fried in, deep fried basket or something. Super good, super crunchy. The cheese, the marinara in the middle is just melting. Nothing like it. Make sure you check that out too. Whatever you buy in the freezer section, throw it in there. Trust me, you will thank me later. And if it's not obvious by now, this thing is also good for not just eating healthy like I do a lot in this thing. You can also eat healthy with this, which means you can fry things in here and not be deep fried. So like I like to do wings. I'll get naked wings and I'll throw just a little bit of olive oil on them and throw them in here, and they come out perfect. They come out nice and crispy on the outside, nice and juicy on the inside. And it's a healthier alternative to wings. And it's just about having that healthy, being a part of that healthy life. Hey guys, if you got an air fryer at home, make sure you comment below what your favorite thing to do in there is. And if I like what you put down there, I'm gonna actually try it myself, and I'm gonna give you a shout out on Instagram on what I did with a picture and your name. The con on this thing is the beeping. There's two types of beeping. The first one is anytime you touch a button on here, it has this beeping, which is kind of annoying. In this particular model, you can't cut it off. And another thing with this is it has a beeping at the end to let you know it's done. So it makes this model hard to use, especially when people are trying to sleep at the house.
Let me sleep for the love of God!
It just kind of gets on, gets on their nerves, and it can wake people up. So it makes it kind of hard to use. I wish that's the only big thing about this. I wish they changed that where I can actually control how loud the beeping is, or if there's a beep at all. With that all being said, is this thing really worth buying for your house? This particular model, I loved it since I've had it. Because me and personally, I'm just being honest, I'd probably go for something a little smaller. This thing is a 7-quart air fryer. It's, like I said, it's big, it's bulky, but it gets the job done. I do love it. It does make food good, but me personally, I would probably look for something a little bit smaller, especially if you have a small kitchen. All right, guys, if you made it this far, why don't you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me? That would help me out a lot. Hit that like button, and for the love of God, turn on the bell notifications so you can keep up to date. I only post every other week, so you're not gonna get bugged by notifications by me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you're not already. And if you like this video, you might also like my TBI Pro video. It's a Bluetooth speaker while you're cooking. You can have some tunes playing in the background. Check that video out, it's a great speaker. And as always, guys, be safe. Till next time, later.